computer art, and what we're going to work on creating today is a kind of kaleidoscope sort of a mandala design that shows kind of radial balance or symmetry. And what we're going to do is use some basic brushes and things like that, and then kind of replicate a triangular area in order to create this kaleidoscopic effect. And you can kind of see what that looks like with my layers down here. But for a size, we will go with 7, not pixels, but we will go with inches, and then do about 7 inches high so we have a square, and then we'll make the resolution 300 so that it looks nice and sharp when we make it big, and we can call it a mandala. Oops, mandala. Alright, so getting started here, what we want to start out and do is make a selection with our poly lasso. And we want that selection to go all the way from one of the corners of our page out to the middle. And in order to find the middle, you can kind of watch where your cursor should have kind of a little bar going along the top there, and then going along the bottom. You can see it over on the side, so I can see over here where this is going to line up. So once I know it's in the center here, then I can click once again. I'll go all the way up. Click right off the side. Oops, that got a little bit bigger. And that should work out just fine, actually, I think, because I don't think that, yep, it's just going to be that triangle. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is inside of this selection space, we are going to take some brushes and fill in with some different designs. So I can take you know, a large brush maybe to start, and let's choose a color here. Take something like a purplish blue to start. Great, and go ahead and just brush something through this space. So again, I'm going to kind of flow through, choose a new brush. Maybe even something like this. Let's turn up the size so that we can see a little more what's going on. I want to make them bigger, big than that. And I want to change up this color here. So maybe we'll go with something more of that teal shape. And I almost just want to kind of work with these kind of angles to make a design within here. And then I'll go again back to my brush menu, maybe pick out something else. Take one of these little brushes here and maybe take another color that is a little brighter this time. You know, something that will stand out a little bit more. And I can go ahead and add some more detail to this part of the design. I think actually I liked this better when it was a little simpler there. So you just keep on going with this kind of process. I can go over to my brushes menu here, and I can go through some different types of brushes. I think I was going to look for a couple that were pen pressure brushes, because in here we have some of these interesting shapes going on. So you have things like this squid type design. So if I turn up the pixels on this, we should be able to see a little bit more of what's going on in here. And I just think that's a really cool shape. So I wanted to make that, yeah, kind of happen on the side there. Once more. So that looks pretty cool. Maybe I'll go ahead and add in one more layer of a color. Maybe this orange type color. And let's see if I can find something more, a little simpler, maybe a little more in the geometric side of things, and not a pen pressure brush. Let's go back to this menu over here. Let's see what we have for square brushes or special effects, maybe is what I was going for. So this could be a cool one. Turn up the size a little bit. Oh yeah, kind of a flowery design. Okay, well that's already pretty symmetrical, so I don't really want to take that. Um, but let's see, what do we have here? Natural brushes, dry media. Okay, so maybe I could take something like this and make some kind of design in here. It's very reminiscent of kind of making or cutting snowflakes, what we're doing with these designs here. We're kind of cutting away from this triangle, and then we're going to replicate it going all the way around. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy, edit, and copy this selection, and then I'll go ahead and edit paste. And now I should have another layer of the same exact design. So what I want to do with this layer though is I want to take this layer and I want to flip it, or I can go to image and rotate, and then I want to actually flip this layer horizontally. I want it to flip this way, horizontal, so that it then completes this other half of the triangle here. So what we could do is I could actually go ahead and I'll paste again, and this piece where I could use this is actually if I took this and flipped it upside down. So we'll go ahead and flip it upside down, flip this layer vertically, and now it could work as the opposite side here. So again, if I take this layer again, copy and paste, and I have it here. Now I actually want to flip this 2 times. I want to go image and flip layer vertically, but then I also want to flip that layer horizontally. And now we have that kind of filling in the bottom part there. Alright, so I could take both of these again and we could duplicate these 2 layers. Alright, so I could duplicate those 2 layers, move this up. I could take this and simply rotate it. So again, this is a bit of a review of some pretty basic tools that we've gone through up to this point in class, but just another way to create something pretty cool in Photoshop pretty simply. So once you get that in place, you can say OK. We can take these 2 layers again, and I can go ahead, layer, duplicate those layers, and we can bring those over here, and I can take that and go ahead and image, rotate, and then flip layer horizontally. So that will flip those 2 over, and I can nudge them into place with my keyboard, and there you have it. So we've got my kind of completed mandala radial design here. So I hope you have luck with your own and have some fun experimenting with the different brushes and creating your mandala design.